DreamLeague Season 13 is brought to you by Corsair, Monster Energy, Mercedes-Benz, and DreamHack.
Hello, welcome back. DreamLeague Season 13, a major group stage is going on right now. And we're following Group B, for which we've already had one series. Still 2 to go. We're going to first have the lower bracket right now. We're going to see Team Vici taking on Chaos, see how those two teams fare against each other. And then afterwards, we're still going to have Beast Coast versus the winner of the upcoming series. It's going to be a good time. You can settle in with us. And when I say us, I don't just mean me. I also mean Fogged and Capitalist and OD Pixel. Gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What up?
That was a good start. Good start of the day.
Good start of...
Yep.
Was it?
Well, yeah. If you're a secret fan, I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they owned. Like, they actually just crushed Beast Coast.
For those of you guys who, in the backstage, when it comes to the games that happen, the casters are always upset about really crappy 2-0s.
Yeah.
Yes, because it makes your job harder, right?
Yeah. It's just like, it's just boring.
It also feels bad when you're talking about this one team and it's just like, oh my god, like you're just talking about Secret the whole time. Like I don't want to like take anything away from Beast Coast. Like they're definitely, they're a team that's proved a lot over this last year and everything.
Oh,
but, like,
Fogged's biased.
Exactly. It's like, oh, he's biased,
Fogged's always biased.
So then it's just like you have to like go back and you're like, well, what am I supposed to say for this team? That it's like they have like in that last game too. There's no clear shot for them to come back in the game. It's actually just like impossible. They have to Secret has to throw like 10 times or something, even more than that. So
when it comes to the matches you want to cast, it goes like Tier 1 versus Tier 1, and then Tier 2 versus Tier 2. You never want the mismatch of skills because one-sided games are just the worst.
But were we really, like, I thought it was going to be closer matched.
I thought Beast Coast might be able to take, they might be able to out-teamfight Secret at times, but they never got to that point. They just got rolled over in the first 15.
I also like... When a team like Secret, when the tier 1s, absolute tier 1s, when they get a draft advantage and they read the scenario of how you're going to set up your lanes, they're going to make you look that much worse than like a tier 2 team that understands and has a good job.
No way
obviously.
that you lose.
They
cannot lose.
Yeah, you'll just have a way better understanding than like a tier 2 team who you have a draft advantage, but you're not going to just make them look, you're not just going to smash them, you're going to have some trouble. And then maybe it can be like, oh, Beast Coast draft isn't that bad. But Secret, I felt like these games were like so difficult just on paper.
Also, this is like, these are the classic tournaments where tier 1 teams show up like really, really strongly, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's no pressure of TI, for example. There's like that mental game that happens at TI and that sort of thing. Like the teams that are really strong in it, like OG, I think Beast Coast is definitely one of those teams who can ride a momentum really well. They can perform excellently and provide great upsets. But here at this tournament, where there's a lot less pressure to be able to perform, it's a casual group stage for a tournament that for the tier 1 teams, they don't have to win. Right.
Now, tier 1 teams, I'm curious which one you consider tier 1 out of the list we have. We have the full groups, of course, for you ready. And when you're saying tier 1 teams, we did just see Liquid lose to Na'Vi, a Na'Vi on top of their group.
I mean, I thought it was pretty clear that Nigmon was the top team of their group, but then they almost lost game 1 to Fnatic, right? And I heard that Fnatic was not that good of a team, so I assumed their win over Astra was just kind of like whatever, an easy write-off. And then it turns out, no, they're actually pretty legit. Same goes with Na'Vi. I was looking back at their drafts. They got 2 Naga Siren games, 2 Drow Ranger games. They seem to have figured out like a strong formula for their drafting for this meta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're off to a great start with the group stage. They are going to end up top of their group.
Yes.
Nice.
Great start to the tournament for a lot of teams and also for us and also for our sponsors. Thank you to those. Corsair, Monster, Energy, Ray Gaming, and Mercedes-Benz. Still know all 4 of them.
So you just want to look at that classic symbol up there, you know?
Why don't you checking the net worth of the
Yeah.
game over here?
Yeah, totally. Also, by the way, you can still buy tickets. What kind of tickets can they buy, Owen?
Well, it depends if you would like digital ones or the printed ones. We can do you both. Go buy them. They're bargain. We've only got a couple left, so do it quickly. And after you bought those couple, we'll probably have a couple more to sell. But don't tell the 2 people that bought the other 2 because they're still very limited. So buy your tickets now.
Anybody who buys 5 tickets or more will get the chance to meet OD Pixel in person. He will give you an autograph and a backstage tour.
Why
we go.
5
That's
tickets
not
or
true.
more?
That's not true. That's not true.
Backstage. Oh god. Oh god. I promise too much. I don't have this type of power.
No, but let's talk a little bit about the teams. Vici
Yep.
Gaming, first of all, we saw them yesterday. It was a rocky start. They had some good showings. They obviously didn't end up winning the series, but we did see the full 3 games out of them. Fogged, who do you want to highlight from Vici Gaming?
Oh man.
It's a tough choice.
ROTK. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's just.
Yeah.
I think I would. Man, see.
We
You know what? Actually, I do like the Yang pick.
Yeah.
I was saying Ori, but like I actually like Yang because I feel like Yang actually was the one that kind of had a bit of a rough game yesterday. Like he had a decent in like the mid game, but then like his decisions a couple of the times felt like they actually were pretty glaring, and you could see that he made these mistakes for the team. So I feel like him for this team at least needs to step it up a little bit. Even though I feel like it was overall like a team loss, like the way that they ended up actually losing yesterday. It felt like they were going to win the game. They were very comfortable with their draft and everything. They just made some like mistakes and got taken advantage of. So I think Yang needs to step it up a little.
His team didn't click plus 40 dual damage bonus, and his team didn't blink him into the high ground for some stupid duel. You know, Yang's
He knows what he did
Yang's
wrong,
definitely
though.
responsible for one of those losses yesterday.
Wow.
I think when you are playing the offlane on a team like Vici Gaming, a team that wants to be able to out-team fight opponents, who has a strong read of being able to, like, they want to take fights and they never like give up free kills.
Yeah.
You know, they always want to play around each other as much as possible. Then your offlaner and your 4 position are going to be really instrumental on a team like that because those are your playmakers, right?
Yep.
And so especially when Yang's playing something like Legion Commander, Yang is also a very loud person outside of the game. So I assume inside of the game, he's making a lot of calls, being very communicative in that regard. So he's going to be like really impactful in how those fights break down, right? It's not a slow slog that Vici Gaming ever plays. They never like split push and slowly grind their way to an advantage. No, they actively fight you a lot.
Yep.
So he's a very big factor for them in win or lose.
And who then do we want to focus on in the lineup from Chaos?
I thought MSS at least, but like
That's what you wanted to
The
do.
position for MSS?
You think he's the most important person on the squad?
yeah, because like I feel like he's the one that he makes so much space. At least like I know Yuar is probably the one that I would say that needs to like step up overall because of yesterday's performance. He had a bit of a rough one on the
I
Naga
don't know
side.
how does he not out carry the Abaddon in
but
that
like
game?
yeah, but like I
He's
feel
a
like
Naga Siren. He's had all the space in the world. I was
Well-
very disappointed in his performance.
I mean,
yesterday.
his team was also feeding a lot into
Sure,
that
but
lineup, right?
As a Naga, right, it doesn't really matter. As long as your team's doing something, whether it's like killing or dying, there should be space, right?
Yeah.
Surely, to stay ahead of an Abaddon.
But like I feel like that's up to this is where I want to go to MSS is because I feel like in the games where I saw him, he was quiet. He was so quiet in these games, and usually when I'm watching this team, it's like MSS and Quinn are just setting stuff up all over the place. They're always constantly making plays. He's playing one of his most iconic heroes, one of the ones that literally got him into the pro scene, his Rubik, and he wasn't really doing much of anything in the game. The Disruptor was also a rough one, so my boy Mojo, definitely want him to step it up.
Well, let's find out if he can step it up and what hero he gets this time round. We'll find out after the break. Hello, we're back.
Hello.
Yes, let's get ourselves into the draft of Vici Gaming versus Chaos. Chaos on the dire side, Vici on the radiant side. We got Slark opening. Omni Knight made it through this time around as well as Lich. So yeah, go.
Ooh, Yang Omni Knight.
Yeah.
He is a very strong Omni Knight player. He plays very confident, very aggressive, strong hero right now at the moment in the patch in that off lane. He puts a lot of pressure on your carry.
Yeah, and he's not over aggressive going into like the mid to late game. Like if he's somebody that the enemy team needs to initiate on, he understands that and he plays his spacing very well. He doesn't clump up too much with his cores. He doesn't show on the map a whole lot. He plays behind his cores a lot. And it's like the perfect combination of a good Omni Knight player. Aggressive in the laning phase, do what you can, and then understand in the mid game, you got to take a step back.
And I'm sure Owen's probably like also happy too. This is one where he has to actually just sit back and he will dispel our Heavenly Grace. He can't jump in as an Omni and get a duel or something crazy in the base. Like you have to sit back as the Omni in the game.
It's a lot harder to sort of throw the game as an Omni compared to throwing the game as a lead.
Not impossible.
Unless you click Guardian
I don't
Angel.
know. I've thrown a lot of Omni games in my past. Hey, we're going to get an OD in the first phase finally because it's a counter to both Slark and Omni Knight. A relatively low mana agility hero, like most agility heroes are just naturally that way. And then Omni Knight with his sustain does not play very well into OD. It's been the way for forever.
Yep. You have to walk up close in order to get your spells, and OD, the build that we see now is the Aghanims, so you can at least like that long distance Astral can actually cause problems too, and Slark, you can't dispel it either, so you get put under, everyone can come around and set up onto you, and then you won't have your Dark Pact available. Yeah, it's good. I mean, OD, I thought we would see this hero more before he got hit by those huge nerfs, but I felt like he actually was kind of quiet, like people weren't picking him as much, and then he got hit by the massive nerf to his sanities.
I mean, his Sanity's Eclipse has just been like really underwhelming in losing games, right? It is such a, like the way it's set up with the numbers, it is either going to be like a massive nuke or it's just going to do nothing at all.
But it was like, it just got chunked so much. So it actually like got halved because it was
Yes.
0.7, now it's
When it was
0.4.
When it was 0.7, it was always a massive
Everyone
nuke. It
was
was
just getting
always
one-shotted.
doing like at least 1,000 damage, if not 2,000 damage. It's absurd.
I was playing a lot of Europe pubs at the time too, and I kept actually getting in games versus Magical, and he was spamming this hero. I literally took like 2,200 damage in multiple occasions, and he had like no stacks. I was just like, what?
Yeah, I just get one shot at
Yeah, I
as,
just get
as an
one-shotted.
off lane. I'd just
I
be
was
like,
like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And you're Astral during it, so you can't even do anything. You just get Astral, and then you just get bombed. You're like, oh, all right.
I just look
Yeah.
at the top of the screen. I'm just like, oh, hey, there's my health bar.
Yep.
So I already like Chaos. Vici Gaming obviously have like very strong meta heroes, but I do like the counter pick of the OD a lot.
Now they're just trying to cover him at least, so banning out those tougher matchups. Huskar can be pretty annoying because he's a halberd builder. Also, the disarm is annoying. Laning phase can be a bit obnoxious, but overall game aspect because of an Omni Knight, I think they could just steamroll versus an OD if they did have Huskar.
10 seconds remaining.
And yeah, TA is actually a matchup that can do okay. So
Vici Gaming.
I'll just be interested to see if Doom's out.
What?
Getting that in as the third pick's going to feel pretty good for Vici.
that's a
How do you not ban Doom at all?
I guess maybe because they saw the Omni, they were like, Doom's not going to go in, but obviously Doom we're seeing in support and off lane,
And we've
same
seen
for Omni as
support
well.
on, yeah.
we've seen both.
And
And Doom's
little
a
bit of an
great
oversight.
counter to OD.
I think it's because
Yes.
they ban out the bat in the first phase. Bat and Drow first phase bans are kind of unusual.
Wow.
Leaving them in. I
5
don't know.
seconds remaining.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of because normally, he doesn't make it through.
I might just slip their minds. I think they were just so focused on like the mid lane about OD. Since they opened with OD, they're like, we have to make sure that OD has a good game.
Yeah.
So ban out TA for the lane, ban out Huskar for the overall game aspect, and then I guess you're just gonna have to deal with this. Like, you can't ban everything, but I mean, Doom is that's already pretty scary now.
And which way around? Which one's Yang playing? You think he is going to still be the Omni, and this will be just support Doom, or would you rather Yang have the Doom? Or does it? I guess it depends on the lanes.
Depending on
Right?
the
You're going to
carry.
see what the game's looking like with the next few picks. Yeah.
I feel like it's leaning more towards they're playing core Omni.
Yeah.
Because of Vici Gaming. I just can't think of any times that Vici Gaming has run that sort of like super hyper defensive 4 or 5 position.
It doesn't feel like PYW either.
Yeah, I don't think they run, like, I don't think they've ever run 5 at Batten, for example. Maybe they have, but I don't remember PYW ever playing it. I don't think, I think DY is happy to play Doom 4.
Vici
We'll see.
Gaming's turn to pick.
Well, it's PYW is the 4, right? DY is the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do something. I have seen them like a few
Depend-
times they
Yeah, they
swap it,
switch
just because of the hero that they're
Depends on the
playing.
heroes, yeah. More ET.
Well, yay!
Yeah, is that a good thing? It's gonna get nerfed.
He's not gonna get nerfed.
Okay.
I don't think he's in a good position right now to get nerfed. He's only like very situational. I know some teams really like him in a lot of situations. This one, I'm not seeing a big reason right now, actually.
Yeah, do you think it's that good versus Slark?
No, I don't. I don't like it
so.
versus like that much actually.
I
at
mean,
all.
I guess maybe the thought is that, I mean, at least there's 3 melee heroes, right? So you are potentially going to get good setups for your stomps. You know, you are going to have the opportunities to sort of stun the Omni or the Doom on the back lines.
You do amp up the OD ult quite a bit too when you do get your levels
Yeah,
in your aura.
you know, you knock down that armor that Slark's building up with his Agi and such. You know, you're going to be able to take that away from him.
It is also Chaos,
Yeah.
who was one of the players that brought ET
was.
back.
It
It was
was, yeah.
SVG, right? So it makes sense when he's going to be one of the guys that does pick it like this. But it's probably going to be MSS playing it. And Vici they like their Witch Doctor. They've been doing this for quite a while. We saw them doing it at MDL. Nobody picked Witch Doctor, and then they picked like 4 games of Witch Doctor and won all of
Yeah.
them. And then like
in the finals, right?
And then we made our competitive tier list, and we're like, Witch Doctor, move it up on the list now.
I like it against ET. I don't think I like it that much against Lich or OD.
Might just be it might just be like because he's a good lane secure and it allows the Doom just to be able to play elsewhere. I'm not sure. Whenever I see them playing the Witch Doctor, that's what I feel at least. They just like use it as I'm securing my carry.
Yeah. And you kind of have to against any sort of ET lineup, right? Because his biggest power spike is that laning
10
phase.
seconds remaining.
I think they have enough answers to his mid-game team fight. They've got Dark Pact against the Stomp. They've got Heavenly Grace from Omni Knight to be able to help dispel the combo as well.
Morph seems pretty nice, right? You got the Morph against the Omni, which is always good to play.
Yep.
Being able to take that over for yourself. And you have that Morph ET, right? You get that shotgun build online, and with ET bringing down their magic resistance, you are going to be able to pop these heroes. Even the heroes that can end up being a little more tankier, like the Doom and the Omni, to the point where you know you will burst them very low. You know, the combination of that and OD dropping the hammer, it's a lot of magical burst that's going to force these heroes to possibly get those BKBs a bit earlier than they would have done otherwise.
Unreliable disable on Vici is what I see too. Morphling should have a pretty good time. Just you're always gonna get you're always gonna get your shift off unless it's like a Doom comes out with a Blink Dagger Centaur Stomp or a Shadow Blade Doom, like Witch Doctor Cask and everything else. It's very telltale. You're gonna be able to always get that
10
off.
seconds
I
remaining.
like Lina for Vici. I don't know what else really fits the build that Chaos would be looking to ban.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Whatever
for OD.
happened to
You want a
Razor?
faster hero too, right?
Is Razor not good anymore? Because we saw him banned so many times, especially in the minor.
I think
play.
he's definitely fallen off. I don't think people feel he's as strong as he used to be.
Okay.
Plus, you really want a matchup that you know you're going to dominate. The matchup versus OD
Yeah.
is kind of weird because you still get imprisoned.
Yeah.
10
Also, you
seconds
want fast
remaining.
damage. You're not going to be able to have enough time to build up your damage, I don't think, against an OD Morphling.
Yeah, probably not. And then also Morphling just turns into you and then he just links you back and you're really sad. Or
Yeah, that's really sad. You're right.
This is
Sand
oh,
this is another time that we've seen somebody try and counterpick Slark with a core Sand King. I believe the last time was maybe Liquid did it in the group stage with Sand King Lina, with Lina 4 position. And they tried to pressure Slark.
I feel like you just go heal on Witch Doctor.
10
Yeah.
seconds
And you just hit the Sand King, right?
Yeah.
And then you just bring your reveal to the lane, and you can actually just sustain through that pressure. I think that's probably going to be the approach that DY and Paparazzi doing, or Eurus doing that lane.
I think the weird part for Sand King right now and why we don't see him so much is he's just not strong enough level 1 and level 2. Once you start getting the level 3 and 5,
Yeah.
those are your big power spikes, but your immediate impact on the lane is quite small. But maybe Elder Titan is able to mitigate that because he is so strong in those first few levels.
Yeah, maybe. I like the Sand King at least gives them it's also a good hard lockdown right now. That's like pretty fast because it's ET's also like they're very telltale stuns right now in Chaos. So this one at least gives them a nice way to start the fights because they were also lacking that. What is the response?
The mid hero, the Ori hero.
Do they have ways to get in the backline on Chaos? They do. So Sniper probably not. They probably want something more active as well with Slark, I'd imagine.
We saw somebody tried to counterpick OD with Medusa. I don't think it fits into Vici's lineup, but seeing as we saw another Medusa in Fnatic, I think that's just interesting. The heroes coming back.
Okay,
Quap
that's
over
the active.
Lina.
Speaking of heroes coming back. Queen of
Why
Pain.
do you like Quap over Lina in this situation?
Mobility feels pretty good right this game.
Yeah, mobility feels nice, and I feel like he wants to just be. I mean, it's just like really active. I don't actually.
Well, while you guys are thinking about which draft you like better, make sure, people at home, people watching, that you vote for your MVP during the game. It's hashtag and then the player names. Here's the commands. Keep in mind that the name for CCNC is, again, CCNC now rather than Quinn, so hashtag Quinn. And the rest is all pretty self-explanatory, I think. The rest is all the same as yesterday. So that's all the commands. Everybody has short names in this matchup.
Yeah.
So it should be easy for you guys. So yeah, talk to me. Which draft are we favoring here? We know on paper Vici Gaming has the upper hand, but did Chaos have a good enough lineup to beat that?
Well, I'll go first with the prediction. I have not had a good rate so far, so
Yes.
I'm actually going to use my call a friend line.
Okay.
And I'm going to get my good friend Rich here to help me out. Rich, who are we predicting here? Is it Vici Gaming or Chaos?
I got a few things to say about this one. Definitely a pretty strong opinion. I think Vici is going to be able to take it, and that's based around the Morphling that Chaos locked in.
You can take him off again.
All
All right,
All right,
he goes
Cheever's
for
saying
Vici.
that's
Good job,
enough,
Rich.
Rich. Sorry,
Great, yeah.
sorry, buddy. Gotta go.
All
Bye.
right, Owen, do you want to join Rich on the Vici train?
I mean, yeah, there's no question about it. Chaos looked pretty appalling yesterday. I cannot go with that team. It's got to be an easy game for Vici Gaming.
I'm on Vici's. I love the Slark. Yeah, Eurus just dominated a whole tournament with Slark
It's
that we
true.
just saw.
That is
so
true.
I'm gonna ride that train.
Yeah, let's see if Vici can ride their own train or if Chaos has something to say about that and opening their series with the win instead for themselves. Let's hand the cast over to Grant and Kyle.
And welcome, we're right into the game already. Chaos versus Vici Gaming. And yeah, we see the bounty runes there. It is going to be 2-for-2 exchange. And Kyle, we're right into it. Are you favoring Vici too? Are you with the panel?
I am certainly with the panel. I want to see Chaos show up, though. I want to at least see them get beaten. Because yesterday they just lost. There's a very big difference. And here, you certainly have a chance, but I am a bit afraid of the Slug and the OD.
That's already a courier kill, yeah. Ori snatches it up, and we talked about he did get his regen at least, which is nice, and Curry's not dead that long, but doesn't matter. Little extra gold, and it denies your passive gold for a little.
But
And there's the first blood. DM already goes down. When I saw that Sand King pick, I'm like, what? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's DM, right? You have a player. DM does really only feel comfortable on like 4 to 5 heroes, which can be a good and bad thing, right? That's always the thing.
Oh my god. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He went to 1 HP.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's doing the math or just
Not using the
pull
fairy
and
fire.
pray,
Yeah,
yeah.
he really
I
let
don't-
it go.
The pull and pray works for some people, but I would have probably just astraled myself there. Make sure I had protection from that last tick of damage.
Now we'll see what Quinn can do. And we talked about it, right? Quinn, he's one of those guys who used to be a hero spammer, but wait, they're chasing PYW down. And it looks like they will be able to get him. MSS will smack him on the head and get it.
I will say I've always loved SVG teams when they had Elder Titan. Usually we'd see him on it, now MSS playing it on the 4 role, but either way, it's the perfect hero for a team like Chaos, although it's not the greatest synergy with the OD.
Yeah, a little weird, but who knows? Man, Quinn, look at that. He is just getting shadow struck to hell here.
Yep.
And his courier down, so what can you do?
Not much. I like how the choice, though, because Ori kills the courier. Yeah, his CS is low, but forcing an enemy back to base is worth at least 2 waves.
Oh.
Very value.
It is going to be that tri-lane here. We saw that's probably why DM did end up going down bottom, and they're just wanting to secure Yawar the farm. Would you say, who is the best overall late game hero? Is it Slark or is it Morph?
In this game?
Yeah, with all the other heroes, I guess you have Elder Titans, obviously the armor, like helps late games and stuff. Oh no, but wait up. DM again, he gets locked down and just right-click. That's 2 permanent agility in the first 2 minutes.
This is not good for DM at all. I'm surprised he's making this sort of play. You're against the whip. Don't you just pull creeps? I'll never understand this. You know, I haven't played pro in a while, but every once in a while I see off lanes just lose because they aren't pulling creep waves.
Yeah.
And yeah, now it's just kind of like, yeah, you're level 3, but as you said, Slark, free farming now with 2 kills, 2 agility. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Just pull the creep wave.
Yep.
You can even just like farm it behind the wave, and then if Slark were to come kill you, we'd lose a creep wave.
He did miss that wave though, but Yang gonna try to turn it around now. MSS, SVG, get a trade hits. Obviously you are. He's just farming up. Now he is gonna walk over, try to help out, but guess what? That Doom has the Ice Ogre, and that is it? It's 8 armor, right?
Yep.
8 freaking armor for a creep you get right away. I'd say
Not
that's
bad.
pretty good.
Especially when you have an ET pounding hits into you.
Does nothing at this point. Yeah, now he can just run at you. Now all of a sudden this 3v2 lane, it's kind of weird.
Dude, I can't believe wards are free now. I love how it's like I stopped playing and suddenly the game gets so much more fun for 5 positions. I'm like pooling wards in my pubs. I'm like, this doesn't cost me anything. This is great.
You have an item finally back. When you played, you have 2 branches and a stick. You know?
2 branches, 2 tangos. That was my starting items because, you know, I had one of those offlaners that wanted tangos too, you know?
Gotta give it to him.
Gotta give it to him. Arcane Rune bottled on Pop. That's such a huge rune. Quinn is in so much trouble, especially Arcane of all runes. Did he go 3rd point in Shadow Strike? He did, right?
I believe so. There's gonna be the stomp, but doesn't matter. It's only level 1, and he's just gonna throw it out. Ori, he's just running back. You're not getting this kill, but MSS is doing a decent chunk of damage, making sure to zone him out.
He's just like coming back over, trying to get him another. Oh no!
Oh my goodness, he just goes for it. That is going to be an Arcane Rune. It is only level 1 Scream. Puts him under. Will he go after Quinn? He needs another tech. Nope, it is going to be a nice stomp.
He's got another
Only
blink.
slept for a little. Uh-oh, the ice armor is up now. For some reason, the Duke's here. Nice Scream into the kill. And now
Oh my
MSS is
God.
just dead as well. This Arcane Rune pretty much has got him a double kill.
He blows the salve, but it gets spirited off by MSS. Nice parting shot. Another reason you should never accept death if you have spells active. However, it looks like he'll be able to run right over and get bottom bounty. Thankfully, it's camped by the Witch Doctor for a little bit. It's nice. Oh!
Oh, did he looked like he stomped and canceled. No, he didn't. He just wasn't able to
Animation.
get it. Now, yeah, this middle lane is just, you see the CS, it's 15-3 to 14-11, so a ton of dice from Pop, but 3 kills already, or 4? All right, it's not good.
No. And the thing is, Quap's such a snowball mid. OD, my problem with the hero is if you fall behind in the lane, you just don't farm that effectively. It takes you a while to catch up. You want to be level 8, level 9 before you ever start clearing jungle. And nice moves here by Yang. Not going to die today.
Always a good thing to know your tree spots, right? I've seen in some games, you cut down the wrong tree, you just die. Or this, and all of a sudden you get a full creep. And that's the siege creep too,
Yeah.
Bold. And now you're Doom's here.
I think it's necessary. I feel like most pros, but specifically a lot of players to improve, just play on a map with like trees cut. You know, like just download that and then just explore a bit. You'll find a lot of cool paths and you'll recognize the value cuts.
But Kyle, I'm not getting my MMR if I'm doing that.
Oh my goodness. I think MMR is one of the worst things to happen to Dota in a way. Like back in Han, it was in-houses all day, every day. People played to get better for pride, for the right to talk shit.
Yeah.
Now it's just, I want my 30 count at 9K.
It's true. I mean, there's only a couple people. They are going to go in, though. It's going to be Saint King. Gets the stun off. Stomp wants to go at Will it, too, but he does Dark Pack. And now DY tries to get out of there, and he will make it. MSS trading hits, but so much agility stolen from Eurus already, and There's the ulti, and see you later, Quinn. And Kyle, this is 6-2, and it is looking a lot like yesterday for Chaos right now.
They're just playing slow, man. And this,
ooh, this would be a nice kill. Nuar does get it.
the problem I have with the way Chaos is drafting it just feels like it makes logical sense, but they're not going deep enough, right? This is like Inception if you ended the movie after the first 30 minutes. Yeah, ET Sand King makes sense. OD counters Morph, so you pick him up first. But what is like the play? Like where is your draft naturally hit a power spike, right?
There's gonna be the stomp, but no kill potential there after the Astral already.
I don't even know, like did the idea just like Sand King goes on an island, then what, he runs over the lanes and starts stunning people? Like, there's no natural tower push, and there's no Roche taking.
It feels like pretty much like having team fights good, but if that's all you have, then it ain't a problem. But Quinn, he'll get stunned. He's already maledicted. Ori throws out another right click.
He's dead.
And he is just gonna die. Oh, he gets one. He gets DY at least on the backside of it. And oh, almost gets to deny MSS, but won't matter. Quinn once again going down, and I don't think you ever want to give Ori this good of a game, especially on this mobile of a hero.
It's why the Quap, I love this pick in this case as well, because you already have like a true carry in the Slark. You have a defensive offlaner, which is very important when you're playing heroes like Quap, because you can't die. You're a snowballer. You naturally buy Orchid, which is so good against all three cores on Chaos. They have no method of cleanse yet either. And as you can see, if you get rotations going, you roam control and start dominating.
Ooh, and here we go. They want to look for him, but the waveform's too short. He is healing, not enough, though. Now they're going to turn it on this Doom. It's moving pretty quickly, but MSS is there as well. Throws the ice armor up. He is healing. Will he make it? Nope, gets nuked down. They should be able to pick this kill up. Eurus gets another one on DM, though. But it is a nice 2-for-1 trade up top, but oh, good God almighty, Quinn. He's getting beat down. I mean, DY is camping, but you got to be aware.
The thing is, the OD is the game winner here. Yep. The Morph is handled in this game by the Vici lineup. You've got GA for later on in the game, but specifically Slark and Quap. Two Morph killers and counters. Oh, it's the OD you've got to count on.
I just looked at the net worth. Look at the Sand King. He is in full last place as the offlaner.
That's like...
That's not good.
He's got to be doing something wrong. I know Chaos, like, this is their third offlaner, actually, since this roster got together. Yes. They had Snaking at TI, right?
Yeah.
They had Snaking at TI. They had Saberlight.
And
now they're trying out DM.
They even had, like, the Sumail Yawar one for, like, a little bit here.
Dude, call up Misery, man. Oh, wait, that's too soon. Sorry, I'm flaming DM too much. But, you know, there are options.
We'll see if DM can bring it back around, but this game, it's looking rough, and that's the problem. Like, Sand King's not one of those heroes who can really come back. Maybe when he could Sandstorm, like, Ancients and stuff like that, but it's rough.
It's like, it's one of those things where I feel like, you know, they had this idea, okay, Sand King, you can spam W, you might find a killer, Quap in trouble.
Stomp, and they get him, ulti goes out, just pushing him back, which gives him time to run away. I like it. There will be a put under, and they want to continue this fight behind the tier 1. There will be an Infernal Blade. Now they're turning. DM gets a nice double stun. The problem is he's only level 5. He's just taking so much damage. He's going to go down to the Quap Shadow Strike. DY tries to run away. Can't. Quinn gets him. SVG gets screamed down. He does get the deny, though, at least on DM. They get a put under. Can they get this kill? Stomp. Will hit. Do they have the damage? No, they do not. Ice armor put up on Ori again.
It's just, man, the Sand King is a creep. They're going to lose how many outposts? Just the one?
Just one. It is a 1-for-1 trade.
But oh my, he has Diffusal!
That is a 10-minute, not only that, Tread's Wand Diffusal.
Good lord.
Eurus.
Yeah, this is impossible for Sand King to play Dota now. Yeah. And the problem I have with it, you have this idea like, oh, we're going to put him on an island bottom, we'll free farm our Morph, but the issue is that they just bought a Sentry.
They bought like 2, they were ready.
If you're going to have this idea, then your SK needs to know, I am literally on an island, my job is to survive. And now you're in a position where, your Morph is second net worth, but this Slark is just so far ahead. And he can actually hunt and kill. Morph uses his advantage just to farm more items, whereas Slark will acquire map pressure, he'll hit towers, he'll kill heroes, control runes.
Well, like you see the level 10 talents coming out, both of them take 10 strength. They're like, all we have to do is live. We're winning, we will have more items than them. Let's just survive.
I really like the poor man's shield on the Quap as well. I actually think now that melee heroes have natural block, that it's a better item on ranged heroes. It's a free armor plus the attack speed. It's quite nice on a Quap. It's just raw stats, right? It's effectively a Wraith Band.
It is. And blocking damage bottom. Yep, we'll see. It looks like they want to take this tier 1, obviously. Siege unit goes down. Nice job by MSS, helping a little bit to defend this. Here's the OD. There will be a put under.
Whoa.
Here comes the ulti. MSS coming in as well. It will hit both ultis, but he still manages to survive. Can he get out? He has a level 1 leap up. He will leap. He's going for the TP. This would hurt if they can't get it, and they can't.
So close.
Both ultis used, and it looks like they had it, but they couldn't. Meanwhile, top lane, it will be Yang getting right-clicked down by Yawar. Nice nuke, and they get it. So Yawar, guess what? He is dominating.
Yep.
And bottom, whoa, that's a courier. The Slark's courier is just chilling down here.
This is one of the better lanes in Dota. Really, Lich plus any safe laner that has a
great.
method of getting on you, right? Morphling, Ember, Slark, these heroes just not just dominate the lane, but always find those kills. Good rotate up from Ori. He'll find another +1. Already with an Oblivion staff en route. And now Slark's rotated up as well. I like this decision. Just start getting active, control the map, get objectives before Chaos have an opportunity to rotate the morph out and find towers of their own.
And here we go, they're looking for the Witch Doctor. He slept for now, he will just run down. Spirit comes in, they do a lot of damage. Coconut will bounce twice, but they should be able to get back in range. They're nervous, they have to know there is a tower still, but nope, Yawar comes to secure. And all right, he's getting his farm. You look at the net worth, and not too far behind Slark, but you just, is he a pinata waiting to pop here is the question, because they have a lot of burst damage with that Queen of Pain if he's full agility.
Oh, definitely.
How much would you be playing? How much life would you be as a morph versus a level 2 ulti quap? Like, what do you want to sit around, like 1,200?
It's like, live on the edge, play with like 9.
9, okay.
You don't die to just the Quap, and if it's a +1, you're probably going to go down anyway. Look how aggressive, they're just diving this T1. And it's the benefit of having heroes like Quap and Slark with the Omni behind them. Even if you were to catch them, they're so mobile. They're just going to get cleansed off, healed up, look, turn around on you. You are going for this very passive farming build, and this is what we discussed, right? He's top net worth, has effectively an item that will just help him farm more items. Slark Diffusal, running around the map, playing enemy jungle, taking farm away from the coffers of Chaos. And that is incredibly effective in this game to limit the space the OD has to recover as well.
And uh-oh. Yawar and SVG, they're trying to get out of here. DY smoked up. It hasn't broke quite yet, though. They're playing in pretty good position. Oh, now it will. Ori will get Shadow Strike off. They do go for it. There will be an Ice Armor, so they know there's at least 2 down here. Vici, maybe a little bit scared, but no. They're just going to TP out, and looks like he will make it. SVG gets out.
Nice play.
And so it's 11-9. It is still a 4K lead, and a lot of it is because of this young man right here, Eurus, and he's just going to start beating down MSS. Does use the Dark Pact Stomp.
Nice.
Won't hit, but he times it perfectly.
I like the way he played that, though, right? He's being aggressive, but it's measured. If he commits there, he might actually go down. He will lose his Doom. Oh, Doom goes on OD.
Yeah, he uses the Doom, and now they kind of still want to fight. This will be another permanent agility here for the Slark. He's going to turn it and get both. My God, and well, the OD just can't help, won't kill him, but the Doom doesn't even die.
Yeah, this game's 4-on-5. Yawar, yeah, he's huge, but he's just farming creeps. Now back into the jungle, and this allows Vici to just play effectively the entire roster deep inside this Chaos jungle.
Yeah. The worst part is, though, you say they're playing 45, but the problem is Yawar is 5-0-2. He's involved in 7 of the 9 kills, right? I mean, the kills are obviously in his lane killing, but that is not good when, as you said, the passive farmer is doing most of the work now. And DM, I don't think you're living here, my friend. He is maledicted. Oh, will get put under dodge. At least one of the maledict ticks there, but he should pop out. Will he die? No, survives for now, and they're going to try to turn it. Stomp won't end up hitting. DM wants to chase. He's still going, but it is an Omni Knight, yeah.
And plus they know if there's a Quap TP coming in.
Oh, no, my goodness. The rune's still there, actually. DM just takes it. All right. Quap uses ulti, and what an odd fight here. Looks like Vici, they're happy because Eurus is just chilling top.
That was really heads up by Yawar to just not go towards that rune, because if he catches the Quap ult stream, he dies.
That bounty rune, DM will go pick it up finally. And so yeah, this guy, he's just been chilling up here. He has his Ags in 800 gold.
Oh my God, and it's so annoying to play, specifically these 2 supports against him. Lich, ET,
they're dead.
They have no disable that can't be packed off. And now you can also leap onto them, plus still having that escape necessary if someone shows up to try and turn it around. And plus there's no disable that goes through packed. So you're a free Slark game.
And if you're like, say you are like a tier 2 team-ish, you've seen Secret and now Vici in every single game first pick this Slark. It has to be in your head like, wow, this is a really good hero we might need to think about.
Oh, I love Vampire Fangs. Not just for the lifesteal, but the increased night vision. Slark already one of 4 heroes with increased night vision. Means that you have no hope. Unless you have a ward down on top of him, which he would know because he'd lose his ulti, he'll always be able to get the jump on you. Another, again, hidden power. You don't really feel this effect, but I promise you, these pro Dota teams really enjoy having the benefit of always getting that vision advantage thanks to the Stark ult.
There it is.
my God.
He just got it. He doesn't actually end up connecting, but it won't matter. He gets the kill. Unstoppable, 6-0-1. It's pretty funny. Both these carry heroes are 6-0 and something, and meanwhile, SVG just getting right-click down, has the Frost Shield, but it just won't be enough, probably. Slark wants to get that agility, won't.
I just want to, I hope Chaos takes something from this game. I just want more playmaking, some aggression. Like,
that's what MSS is known for.
Yeah,
Let the man do it.
You know what Rich was asking for that I completely agree with? Where's the Willow? Where is Dark Willow? Let's see MSS on that bad boy.
Dark Willow. I just like that hero. Team fighter, decent in lane.
I just want him to be able to kill stuff.
Yeah,
that's
I
all.
agree.
It's when you get into a game, you're playing against a hero like Slark, and there's no answer.
chance
That's
of
the
killing
problem.
it.
There's no counterplay other than lose slower, because nothing can kill the Slark. You have no real way of saving a support that gets jumped on by him. You're handicapped, and that's just not a position you want to be in. You always want to have tools in the new Dota.
Oh my goodness, and there is, he doesn't hit the leap again, but he will get that second one. Has been able to get it, and there's the Doom, so he won't be able to put himself under, but a nice stomp coming up from MSS. The Doom's like, nah, we're getting this kill. Will he get denied? No, he won't. PYW gets the kill, and in come the rest of the team. Eurus, guess what? He just pops his ulti, runs away, and oh god, they can't even get to him. He kills the Slark. He's 1v4ing him in the base. Eurus, please!
He even
He's
carries his
literally
own
just
dust.
in their base.
Oh, what a beast.
And yeah, Eurus is just showing why Paparazzi was considered the best carry for Honest probably a decent chunk of time a couple of years ago.
And not just that,
back.
he was the 1v1 champion 3 consecutive years, man. This guy, this kid,
Monster.
he used to be a kid. Now I suppose he'd be
Like
considered
grown-ass
young.
man.
Oh, I mean, he's a young adult, Grant, but
Okay.
he is playing.
Like a grown-ass man.
Indeed.
And will they go into row? Sure seems like it. Double damage, yep. You got the Orchid on the Queen of Pain now, and you talked about, that's why I know the panel's talking about like this lead, and you brought up, and you always love mobility. So not only you have the mobility, but this Orchid getting on top of the 2 cores like you talked about.
You also have such insane talents. Like, I still think Quap is, you spike in the mid game, sure, but your real peak is 25 when your Scream starts fearing people. Like, that is just unreal.
And she's one of those, like, obviously everyone wants to be level 30 to get all your talents, but literally to make the decision, like, even the spell shield, you get a free Lincoln's now at 30 when you don't even have to pick the right one. It's fun. Lost first stone.
Yeah, actually, it's one of the better level 30 heroes because all of your choices are tough.
They
it's
really
like
are. Even the level 10 one is the strength or attack speed, right?
Yeah,
like,
no,
they're both
strength or
good.
damage, I think.
Damage,
Then 15 is a cooldown reduction or attack speed.
Both good.
Like 20 AoE Shadow Strike or Spell Light. Like, they're all just so good.
Yeah. Do you remember? My favorite one was still the level 10 Centaur. The very first one is like 10% spell resistance or 10 something else. It was so bad. Meanwhile, SVG, he wants another one. And he will leap forward. He does end up finding the morph. He's trying to morph this strength. So much agility is stolen right now. You may be getting that strength. Do they have anything to stop it? They do not. No more leap charges. He has one up right now if they want to jump forward. He will. They're going to get that vision on MSS because the increased night vision, actually. Do they have anything to stop? Yes, sir. The Infernal Blade comes out. They pick up the kill, and that's a monster kill. 8-0-3, 9 permanent agility.
Yeah, we saw this in the previous series with Secret versus Beast Coast. Like, it's not necessarily just the lanes that are going to propel you to a victory. It's when you can take that advantage and just create space on the map. And in this case, Vici have 2 heroes, Slark and Quap, that are equally comfortable pushing out lanes, but they're also a threat off map. That's the big danger here. Chaos don't have anyone that you're afraid of.
Here we go. We do see that Lincoln, but guess who's behind Ori? It will be that Omni. They want to take this fight now. DM will pop that ulti. They're going to go off. Can they get Yang? Looks like they will. It will be the only kill, but hey, you take that Omni Knight down and, ooh, maybe PYW doesn't look like they'll be able to find him. So they get one. They do have to use the Shrine, and it's just crazy, right? The Quap's just going in, just not scared at all. The Omni's always behind.
Grant, these are your boys. You know, you're the NA Whisperer. What's Chaos got to do here? You're their coach.
I'm their coach right now. DM, he's got to blink. He's got to find a big one. The problem is, can they take this fight now? Now DM's just getting it turned on. There's an ulti from the Quap. Hits onto 3 of them. The Coconut's bouncing back and forth. See you later, SVG. Eurus continues his right click. Please don't let him get this much agility. Look at how quick he's attacking beyond godlike. And now, on their own hill, Yawar actually does get it. It's a ton of gold. They're killing Ori, but now he's locked down. Oh, dear. There's the Doom. Here comes Eurus, and this is going to be another kill. It's a 4-for-1 trade. The only one to live is the first one to go in DM. And, well, Kyle, you asked me what I thought, and honestly, that fight, it didn't look terrible. The problem is when you're 14K down already, like that fight, they had the heroes, but you're missing items.
To quote my boy Lacoste, only one thing left to do here. Shift, enter, GG, enter. I think that I did that wrong, but you know what?
No, you did it right.
Really?
Yeah. Shift, enter, brings it up. GG, enter.
Oh, there you go.
You're good.
Thanks,
It
bud.
will push the base. We already did see Eurus. He was already diving 1v4. He doesn't mind. He will get put under now. And the rest of his team isn't really that close to him. It is going to be a Doom. He does have that Aegis. They need to get something down. They do. And here's the Doom. He will
nice
go
stun.
down. Maybe. Yep. Nice stun by DM. Brings him down. I doubt they can get Eurus again. They put him under. Dark Pact obviously can't bring you out of the netherworld. And there's going to be the stomp. Gets his ulti off, but he is stuck there for a little bit more. It's going to be the stun. Close, but no cigar, my friend.
It's just so annoying. It's reminiscent. Remember that Lifestealer meta? It's similar concept in the sense that you're playing this carry. Now it's Slark, used to be Lifestealer. That if you engage hard, but like don't get the kill, you're going to be punished. And then that's been the tale for how long, right? It was the same with Terrorblade in that meta. It's the same with Alchemist in that meta. These carries or cores that you can play around, they force over commitment. If you want to kill me, you have to get to a point where if I don't die, you're grossly out of position. That's Slark right now, and it's part of why the hero's just so damn good, because if you 100-0, there's a BKB, there's an ultimate, and immediately you're getting turned around.
Okay, no Aegis this time, but he has an Omni just as good behind. Coconut already bouncing back and forth. See you later. Gets another kill. They throw out the ulti there. Eurus, he's BKB'd up, looking for anyone else to kill, but the Omni plus the Maledict will help bring down the Sand King, and looks like they might try pushing that base again. Obviously, you don't have the best building hitters on Vici, but you get a couple of heroes, and this Slark, even if he's in tower, you got to be careful. He might just jump on you under your tier 4s, and you could die. Well, Ori pushes bottom. Looks like they're going for that tier 2 instead.
Dire's bottom tower is
And
under
all the
attack.
BKBs now. You see Doom's picking one up. Slark already has one.
Radiant structures
This is
are
just
fortified.
nigh impossible for Chaos Man. They need a big high ground defense. And I mean, they do have a lot of, they've got that Lich ulti, the Sand King, the Elder Titan. They do have this AoE damage. So, I mean, that's the big thing, right? If Vici does group up, which they probably won't, that's your chance. There's always, right? That's
There's
what
always
makes
a
Jonas so
chance.
fun. Human
That's
error,
right.
really. Human error.
It's like that time you emailed, who was it? Kate Hudson asking her out on the date. You didn't get it, but there's always a chance.
Yeah, you never know. By the way, Kate Hudson, if you're listening, you know, it's okay. But you are. He's got that Yasha. And he got that Lincoln's a decent amount ago. He is just, and there's nowhere on the map for him to farm, right?
What is a Lincoln's? It's one of those items. Slark gets Diffusal. You're already, like, this increases his threat, like, dramatically. You go from a baby Velociraptor to a full-grown adult. A Lincoln's on a Morphling, it's I don't know, it's like high tide. Yeah, it's like, okay, I guess we'll move our beach chairs.
See you. And even that, like, the maxed out Shadow Strike versus Lincoln's, it's off cooldown so quickly, you're just proccing it every time. We'll see, though. They are just pressuring middle. They're not committing to the base quite yet. They did see Eurus does die. If they chain all the spells together, he will go down. No Aegis anymore.
Yeah, just wait for the Aegis, get level 20 up on Quap.
Ooh, should be okay. Yep. No disable there, but they are going in on another side. Whoa, Slark's actually uphill. They do get put under.
ODX.
What are we going to do here? In comes the stomp. It does hit, but he gets his ulti off. We're fighting the Chain Frost, bouncing between the neutrals and them. They get a nice Earth Splitter as well. There goes PYW. SCG goes down next. Quap on the backside trying to get that kill on OD, but Eurus just shredding DM, and now Quinn forced to put himself under. MSS, he's just going to run. See you later, my core friend. And will they end up getting more? Or he's just running at him. He does not care. He's slow, but there on the backside in that mid lane. Goodbye, Yawar. GG is called, and yeah, it's a 22k lead. Don't blame him here. And wow, Vici, obviously a tier 1 team, I'd say, in Chaos. Honestly, coming this tournament, I made fun of Gods. I did, because 13th, I've been watching the, obviously, pubs. I've been, you know, watching some other stuff, but they just look lost.
I haven't watched a fight that one-sided since like 4 hours ago when I saw McGregor absolutely beat that dude.
Yeah.
So
you don't even know his name. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, and right now, Chaos, they're struggling to find their identity too. It seems like, you know, Comfort Heroes was the name of the game for this draft. But again, if you're going to win in today's Dota, you've got to have natural power spikes and playmaking ability. And if I look at the draft and it's like, okay, well, I guess Sand King will go bottom and Morph will farm and our OD will farm. Like, where's the... What happens? You have 2 defensive supports, a hard farming core, and a defense. Like, it just doesn't... it doesn't work. And I want to see somebody able to kill stuff. Like, even if you go back to the raw basics, like, give me something silly. Skywrath Legion Commander, you know? Just kill stuff. Have the ability to make some plays. Get your confidence back. Because right now, Chaos seem tilted, and I want to see them get their groove.
Yeah, and it seems like, so we saw Beast Coast lose with 2 very active cores in TA Tiny. Now we see 2 very passive cores lose. Maybe you gotta, you know, mix it up. Get 1 crazy and 1 passive, I think is what you're saying, Kyle.
Sure.
Excellent. We are going to toss it to a quick break. When we get back to the panel, they're going to break this shit down. So stick around and keep on going.